everybody. Welcome to our very first episode of Parlee. We are super excited to have you guys with us today. We got a really juicy show lined up. We are the ladies of Parlee. I am Tiffany.
I'm Sarita.
I'm Jessie.
Hey guys, I'm Kimberly.
So I know you guys have heard all the controversy surrounding the book, Is Marriage for White People? We are talking about, is the black woman being left behind today? So we're going to take it a little step further. We also have a clip we want to show you with some alarming statistics. Take a look.
You have suggested that black women should give up the good fight. Is that to suggest give up on black men?
Black women have fought the good fight. They have engaged in a noble endeavor of trying to lift black men. That strategy hasn't really worked.
I really enjoyed this book.
The idea that black women should give up on black men has made people angry.
There's no other ethnic group anywhere advocates annihilating their own race.
Blogs ran wild.
Welcome back.
And even Gayle King, Oprah's best friend, was horrified by the idea.
And by the time I was done with your book, I thought, should I slit my wrist or is there still hope?
King, after all, is part of the staggering 70% of black women who are unmarried, compared to only 45% of white women. It's a stat that plays like a broken record of single ladies in a high-stakes game of musical chairs, where black men are the chairs and black women are often the last ones standing.
Black women, faced with a shortage of black male peers, would do well to expand their options, and in the same way that people of other races have, and to look beyond black men in their search for a partner.
Wow. So ladies, are we being left behind, or do we need to accept some responsibility? Like maybe our expectations are unrealistic, maybe we're being too picky. What is it?
A little bit of both, really.
Seriously.
Yeah. I'm actually in a relationship with a Latina guy, and it just kind of happened. It's working beautifully, you know. However, you know, my preference has always been, in the past, still a little bit today, is a black man. I mean, whew. And even when I go to parties, like back in the day, I always, even if it's all white people or all Asian, I'm always like, dang, I don't even perk up until I see that one black guy in the room, because that's what I like.
So basically you're walking around with tunnel vision. You're at events and you're looking for the only brother in the room and you're hoping he's going to notice you too?
Well, kind of a little bit, but again, there's nothing wrong with a black man being my preference.
Well, I see where you're coming from. You know, growing up and having a strong black father who, like, really instilled, you know, that's
values.
You know, like core values, and that's all I have ever thought about, you know? Like, I never even thought there was another option.
Right.
Well, and that's great because that's your experience. I had a different one. I didn't grow up with that experience with my father in the house. But I think in general, I think black women statistically, historically, are just loyal to their black men. I mean, dating all the way back from slavery, whatever. You know, the problem with that is the pool of available successful black men is really, really dwindling. I mean, 1 in 10 are incarcerated. 1 in 4 have been or will be at some point incarcerated. We're far surpassing them in education. You know, so many more of us go to college and graduate college than they do. And again, it's the system is set up for them to fail. So brothers, we love you. It's not y'all's fault. We love you. However, this is what's going on. So statistically, the ratio of successful black women to successful black men is just so small. So I think we have to open up our minds and our hearts to other ways of finding love.
But that's kind of an excuse, because of the black men that are successful, why aren't they choosing us?
True.
You got a point there.
Society, you know, right now, media has a huge influence on how we think and the way we make decisions. You know, right now, we're portrayed as the angry, ghetto, loud woman, and you know, I know you girls are not like that, and I am proud to have, you know, a good group of like sisters with me, you know. And right now, we're the outcasts, you know. And right now, you know, media is portraying hip hop and athletes, you know, for them to have the other next to them.
Yep.
They have a ride.
Light
They
is
are
right.
like.
But again, I feel like the media is a cop-out, because these black men weren't raised at home with just the media. They were raised at home with other black people around them. So that doesn't really explain why we're not being chosen.
Actually, that brings me to this point in this book. Sociologists explain such relationships as a status exchange. in which the man benefits from the woman's whiteness and the woman gains from the man's educational and professional accomplishments. The suspicion is that well-educated, high-earning black men are so enamored of the idea of having a white spouse that they often marry white women who are less educated and of lower status in every way except for race. So in many ways, when they do have a white woman, just like we see in the media, they do feel like they've arrived. They do feel like they are at a higher status overall.
Okay, so instead of us playing the victim, why don't we follow in the footsteps of other ethnic women? Like right now, only 9% of us marry outside of our race. A whopping 48% of Asian women marry outside of their race, and then 41% of Latino women. So we need to exercise our options like they are, because otherwise we're sitting around waiting for somebody who's not waiting for us.
Well, that's all fine. Again, I love all day, every day, okay? And I think interracial relationship is beautiful, okay? Find who you want, find who you love, who's going to make it work, and do it. However, there is nothing pushing black love. There's nothing pushing the black family, black couples at all, not on TV. You see it sometimes in the media, but they don't even get the hype that, a black athlete.
And we do. We have a lot. We have examples. We do. They're just not portrayed. We have wonderful, wonderful, successful black men, and we love y'all. So this is by no stretch of the imagination that you're not out there. We know that you are. So I think that's great. I just think they're not as prevalent as we've seen before and being portrayed in the media. And I think that, my issue is find love where you find it. But if you alienate as a black man, you alienate a black woman because of her stereotype of being bitchy and attitudinal and, all these things. And then going to the other race, the white and Asian and Latin women as well, and they're easier, more docile, all those things, which are also stereotypes. Those are stereotypes as well. So I just think that's very, very, very unfortunate when you do that. Now I'm gonna flip it. And some of y'all gonna be mad at me.
Speaking mine,
but we have also, as black women, got to stop walking around with scowls on our faces and not being approachable. We want married. We want to be married. We want to find love. And if it's with a black man, whoever it's with, Asian, white, who, it doesn't matter. We've got to be more approachable. So many of my guy friends are like, Tiffany, y'all sisters walk around and y'all, life is hard. And they're right. I look around and that's what's happening. We've got to open up and be more approachable. We've got to.
Yeah.
So basically, if we don't want to be left behind, we got to start exercising some options. You can't wait around for people who aren't waiting for you. And a good man, period, is hard to find. We all know that. It's like finding a lottery ticket. So wherever you can find them, find them.
Find them. And if you are one of those women who are continuing to fight the noble fight for your black men,
it's a noble cause.
Please stay in there, stand strong, and wait for your black men, because you know what they say. Good thing
comes.
To those who wait.
A good thing comes to those who wait. Okay, so if you want your strong black man, and you waiting patiently, it will one day. I hope you enjoyed our show, and please leave a comment under this video. Let us know what you think. We definitely want to hear from all of you. We have many, many more shows to come. So please let us know what you'd like to see, any topics you'd like us to touch on, and so forth.
Check out our Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram. It's Ladies of Parlee. We actually have our website. We would love to hear your comments, ladiesofparlee.com. We had a great time, and we're looking forward to see you guys soon.
Yes.
See you guys.
See you next time.
Thank you guys so much.